Giving back, our free business clinic. Hello, everyone. I'm Tessa, marketing strategist, and we have Kai, all-day business coach. Hello. Good to have you all here. And we wanted to just chat about what we've been called to do. So, Kai, do you want to give a little description of what we're giving, why we're even giving back, I should say?
Yeah. So for those of you who know us well, or maybe don't know us so well, is, one of the things that we felt to a pivot that we felt in our business was that we really felt like God needed to be the CEO. He knows more than we do. And that's just, it aligns to our faith. Now, we understand that there are a lot of people that we serve and that are in our audience who don't have the same faith. And we're like 100% okay with that. We still serve them. We still have clients who don't share the same faith. That's okay. But we find that there are certain groups that we have, little containers of offerings that we have where, when we are able to incorporate our faith into it, it just really changes the dynamic. And because of that, we just really felt like, hey, we wanted to be able to give back, number one. But number two, we wanted to give back in a way that we could really show up for these folks. So we are doing a business clinic, and it is for, faith-based female entrepreneurs. And the reason why people are always like, why is it only, look, we're going to be praying. People get very uncomfortable when we pray. So we're going to be praying.
We have to just say that we do this in our business. We pray for our business before we start any of our days. Hopefully we try.
Yeah.
And we pray for our clients and their success. So that's kind of us. That's our core. Like, we don't necessarily make other people pray with us, but we found, and Kai actually has a prayer group that meets every day, like for a certain amount of time. So I think it's underserved industry, or the underserved group, like you said, like our little pocket of people. But it's because, female entrepreneurs don't have a lot of places to go in the first place. So yes, that's one bucket. And then they are faith-based too. That's just so we can serve them and pray for them, pray with them, a prayer wall. Like that's so important. And we just want to make it available. And giving back, we learned a lot about ourselves when we actually made God the CEO, when we focused on, doing what we were called to do instead of just what we were thinking we were supposed to do. Like, there was a lot of clarity, I would say. Wouldn't you think we got a lot of clarity?
I think there's a difference between saying like, hey, I'm a Christian or I'm faith-based, and, that means, and then I build this business, versus saying I partner with God in my business. It's a very different place that you come from. And one of the things I recognize, and, through no fault of anybody's own, I'm a better coach when I can coach with my faith in the forefront. And what I mean by that is, like, sometimes I want to encourage somebody and I hold back because I don't want to make them uncomfortable, or I don't want to offend them, or any of those things. And so because of that, sometimes I feel like I can't show up as the best coach that I can be. And it doesn't mean that I don't try my hardest. I just feel like I don't get the opportunity. And so that is why we're doing it this way. Not to say that we won't have business clinics in the future that serve the rest of our audience. Right now, this is where we feel like we're supposed to give back. And so please don't be offended. And we thank you for your support as well.
Yes, exactly. So the business clinic, what is that? And people are like, what is that? It is designed to help you work through a challenge in your business. And it is a mastermind style. So it's a meeting where we can all see each other. Hopefully you want to put your camera on. You don't have to. You could totally be anonymous and come in. But it is a Zoom meeting where we can have someone, maybe a few people want to be what we call hot seats. So they're center stage, right? We're going to work through and coach live, and other people are putting in ideas, they're observing, they're learning from those that want to talk through something.
Yeah. And they're sharing their own experience and feedback as well.
Yes. And I think the collective whole is always stronger. Kai and I might have our individual areas of expertise, marketing for me, coaching for Kai, momentum coaching specifically. So Kai is very good at this part. I love when she walks me through coaching sessions and like, hey, Tessa, let's work through this problem. But those are our areas of expertise. But every single person who attends has an area of expertise and experience, life experiences that we can all collectively learn from. So it's a very collaborative, very safe, and protected environment in that we don't record, we just do the session. We want to take away things and have people writing down notes and learning, but it's very kind and gentle. And I think that's what I love about Kai.
I'm still talking straightforward.
She is.
Right.
She will tell you but you let people come to their own conclusion too. That's the best, that's the coaching side of Kai too. She lets you kind of work out your kinks, work out your own problems as you're talking with her. But she is very straightforward. And if you need that cheerleader, I'll be there for you on the cheerleader side. We got this. Between the two of us, that's why we work together so well. But I think just being able to offer this to people and to be able to, and we have had a great, a lot of people who are very interested in this piece. So if you're interested, we're going to put a link to a form. We just want to kind of get an idea of where you stand. If you want to be a hot seat person, if you just want to be a participant, or if you want to be anonymous, you might have a question that you don't want to be on center stage spotlight.
But you want us to answer it.
Right. You want us to answer it or want us to talk through it as a group. You can be anonymous. We don't even have to mention your name, and just you can get answers to those questions. And we will have different times available because I'm sure that the turnout has been amazing. I love that we have that many Christian females that are interested.
And our whole goal is, like with anyone that we serve in our business and really with any community that we're in, is that we understand how difficult it can be to be an entrepreneur, especially a lot of us DIY it in the beginning. And when you're DIYing it, unfortunately, it takes longer because you don't actually know what you don't know. And so and here's the problem with that part is because it takes longer, sometimes you lose the momentum or really the passion to keep going. And so we want to be able to help people shortcut. And that's really what we do in our business is how can we help you shortcut the DIY struggle? And typically that happens because you have somebody you can bounce ideas off of. You have people you can brainstorm with. And it's not just another course, right? We love courses. Don't get me wrong. I design courses for other people, so I'm not against them, but there's something to be said about having an actual live human being that you can interact with, that can pray for you, that can speak into your business, right? And so that is really where we come from, is like, how can we help you guys start building a business that, number one, pays the bills, but also get you on your way to creating the legacy that you guys were built for, right? All of us who are born, any single one of you, no matter your faith, we truly believe you have a purpose, right?
Everyone.
We're called into what you're doing. And our goal is to help you step into that purpose, to help you not just keep struggling. We love the struggle. Don't get me wrong. In the struggle, there is strengthening, right? That's how we build those muscles. But sometimes you need a coach to help you train properly and build those muscles properly. And that's really what we're trying to do with all the programs that we do and in everything that we are creating.
And I've always found that when I have a coach that's helping me, I quadrupled my business when I had coaches that I was working with. And, I'm so fortunate I have Kai with me all the time, but so I'm very blessed in that. I can always ask her for help in something, but I really do think that you can make big changes when you have someone who can see outside of your perspective. So I know you've talked about it in the past, like, we're in a box and we only see what is in this box with us, but the coach can see outside the box and can tell you, okay, you're so close. Yes, the toolbox. And you're so close. If you would get over this hump, you're going to be able to, get out of this funk or whatever that might be. You're going to get over this fear that you have or this limiting belief. And there's so many things that we go through as entrepreneurs, especially as female entrepreneurs. There's a lot we just aren't taught. We expect ourselves to know everything about business.
Right.
We were not born CEOs. We have to become them. We have to become the CEO of our business. And we do that by having God be our CEO, and then
we love guys. We actually have been in masterminds with guys, and they're great. The only reason that we're doing this with just women is that we find that there are many women who are afraid to talk in front of guys. And so that's really it. We're all socialized differently, girls versus boys as kids. We're socialized differently. And that's just the truth of the matter. And it doesn't mean it's wrong or it's right. It's just how it is. And so oftentimes we find that there are women that we talk to personally in a meeting with just women, the same woman, talkative, bubbly, wants to say things, and then you go to the next meeting, same person, honest to God,
yes, no joke, same person,
will not say a single thing the whole time. And you're like, wow, she must be just really shy and quiet. And then you meet her and you're like, she's not shy and quiet. What happened?
It just is how it's, and some people, like, it depends on the group. You might have overbearing guys, that just kind of drown out, or they don't feel comfortable. So what I love about what we can do is we can offer this to a specific group. And then we can also offer the same thing. I have tons of clients that are guys and that have, they're building their business, and we can be that, even if they're not, you mentioned this, even if you don't, that's not your, you don't agree on the religious, and we're not, I think we have a relationship with God. That's just how I put it. And that's my stand on it. And we have beliefs and core values that are really important to us. Honesty and, learning and always being, able to help people. That's really where we stand. So if that aligns with what you are doing and you want this for you, fill out the form, and then we'll get you into one of the groups. We will keep them small because it's hard to have those really good, deep conversations if you have hundreds of people. That's just not us. We want to engage and chat. So I know we want to keep this short, so we're going to wrap this up and, follow us.
You can put it in the comments.
Yes.
Or, and I don't know if you already put the link in there, but please ask us. And, if we find that there are a lot of guys who want this too, or people who aren't, don't share the same faith, we're happy to do it.
Yeah, we will definitely do other.
We want to help everyone.
We do. We do. But if you fill it out, just we'll reply back as soon as we can, and we'll get you into one of the pods. If you haven't already hit the bell and followed us, definitely subscribe. So we go live on Thursdays, and we bring all the best tips, tricks, AI prompts, whatever we can bring to help you with your business. We do that on Thursdays. And we just finished up a workshop for audience growth and social media survival. It was great. We had a lovely time. We're excited to see what everyone posts from that. So thank you all for following us, and we hope you have a blessed week.
Bye. Okay, this is where we always
I'm hitting end broadcast, but it's this awkward silence.